What's up, everybody? It's your boy Chris. It's your boy Chris. It's another amazing episode of Financiation. This channel is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth, and it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. It's been said, everybody, that nobody ever became a billionaire basically by saving money. They became a billionaire by making money. And what we're going to talk about in this particular video is certain side hustles and certain businesses that you can start for less than $100. Okay, so basically, as I said earlier, nobody became a billionaire by saving money. They became a billionaire by making more money. So business number one, babysitter. So imagine mom and dad want to go out on a date. They want to take you want to take your wife out. You'll say, babe, put your sexy black dress on, put your nice heels on or whatever. I'm gonna take you to a nice fancy restaurant. Mom and dad basically want to get a restaurant, get a hotel, find a babysitter, and then basically spend the rest of the night enjoying each other, right? So for anybody that basically is in a church setting, or you're in an environment where there are a lot of young families, a lot of times millennials, when we go on dates or whatever, we want to basically have somebody to watch our children for the night. Yourself, myself included in regards to that. So basically, if you are in an environment where there are a lot of young couples around you, and basically you want to make some money, if you're a female especially, being a babysitter is a very easy business you could possibly start, and you can actually make a pretty decent amount of money doing it. So due to millennials and everything traveling abroad, us taking jobs in different part of the country where we don't have any family, there's a very good possibility that if you're a babysitter, you can make a good amount of money. Next, dog walker. So when I lived in downtown Miami in Brickell, I noticed that there was a young lady always walking dogs. And after about the second or third day that I saw that, I realized what she was doing. She was a professional dog walker. And if you live in like Buckhead in Miami, if you live in Beverly Hills in LA, in my case, Brickell, Miami, basically you would see professional dog walkers walking dogs up and down the streets. And the thing about this pretty cool about it is you can actually make a very good amount of money. Literally, all you do is just walk a dog and pick up his droppings and clean up behind it. It's a very good way to basically meet people with a lot of discretionary income. And on top of that, it's a very easy job. I mean, literally physically just walking around and cleaning up after a dog. So look into that possibly. Next one. Imagine you are everywhere you go. People say, Chris or Tahira or Lynn, I want you to cook dinner for us because you are a phenomenal cook. So if you are basically really good at cooking, you basically, every time you make food, people are constantly asking you to basically show up at their house and cater for their services and things of that nature. It may not be a bad idea to basically become a chef. And if anybody's ever in Creedmoor, North Carolina, go to True Soul Food. And there's a young lady there named Lynn, and she cooks some of the best soul food I've ever eaten in my life. I very clearly am Black American. I'm African American, actually. And I know good soul food when I eat it. And she arguably has some of the best soul food I have ever eaten in my life. So coming from me, that says a lot, because once again, I definitely grew up on the collard greens, the hot water cornbread, the macaroni and cheese, the yams, the catfish, all that stuff. I grew up eating that kind of stuff. And Lynn, I'm telling you, her restaurant, True Soul Food, is to die for. So definitely check it out. Check it out. Next, this one is personal, near and dear to my heart, personal training. Let's say you like to work out. Let's say every time you go to the beach, you take your shirt off, people are impressed with what they see. Let's say your Instagram followers, everybody's always commenting on your body. They're always commenting on your workouts. It may not be a bad idea for you to basically become a personal trainer. I like this one because this was one of the businesses that I myself started when I wanted to start making some extra money, Makaya Academy. And additionally, my wife has her own business as well, ReBeFit. The link in the descriptions are below. And for what our businesses, we got the certification that we need. In my case, I got the Nestor certification. In my wife's case, she got ACE, she got a couple others. She got NCCS, and she got NCCA certifications. So a good personal trainer on any given day can charge roughly $75 to $100 an hour. If I'm training somebody in one of my self-defense or my weapons training classes, I can charge sometimes upwards of $100 an hour. If I'm training somebody in my Muay Thai or my certification or my strength and conditioning classes, I'll charge you anywhere from $50 to $75 an hour. So it's a very good way to basically make money doing something you love. And on top of that, you're also spreading fitness. And I'm a firm believer that generally speaking, healthier, happy people generally lead better lives. So like I said, ISSA, ACE, NESTA, those are some of the certifications that my wife and I myself have. And being a personal trainer, it's a very good way to make money on the side. And you also meet some pretty cool people training. I met everybody from UFC fighters to multi-millionaires. So it's a very good business to start as well. Additionally, let's say you have a kind of accent where people like to hear you speak. So you have the British accent, so you have a Caribbean accent. There are basically softwares and there are programs essentially that will pay you to do voiceovers for their businesses. Go to www.fiverr.com and you'll actually see people say, do you want a Central American accent? Do you want a Trinidad and Tobago accent? Do you want a British accent? And there are people that will pay you to do these types of things. Additionally, if you go to fiverr.com, on top of that, you can also market your skills and develop yourself there in regards to other things. Let's say you're very good at web development. Let's say you're very good at logo development. So these are different things that you can do essentially to start a business on www.fiverr.com. I've actually used them before for some of my businesses. Training kids. Let's go. Training kids. I know individuals who basically were former Division I basketball players. They were former NFL players, and they basically charge parents to teach their kids basically the respective sport they want to play. And the typical college today costs $92,000 in state. The typical college out of state costs $156,000. So you have to think, if a parent is willing to spend $50 to $75 an hour training their son or their daughter to play lacrosse, to play football, to play basketball, to run track, and they get a full ride, that's an $156,000 investment. So essentially, if you were very good and you played on a very high competitive level, you may want to look into possibly starting some kind of personal training business or some type of training business where you basically teach children. I said earlier on this channel that I fought, I kickboxing, and jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai and mixed martial arts on a very high competitive level. I train people and I teach people to defend themselves. So I've trained kids as young as 5 years old, basically on how to throw a punch or how to throw a hook or how to throw an uppercut or how to throw a cut kick or how to throw an arm bars, things of that nature. So training kids, that's another business that you can start for less than $100. Massage services. So let's say I find this typically works a little bit better for my ladies, but because most men don't want another man massage them. Sorry, I'll be honest. But I find if you want to start a massage service, and it's actually not that challenging to start. Literally, just basically get your certification, have your license on you, walk into an office building, any office building, and say, for free, I will give your employees a 15-minute massage over the course of an hour. So over the lunch break, bring in 4 employees and basically start massaging people. And eventually what's going to happen is people are going to be like, okay, you're very good at this massage. You're very good at getting on my kinks or whatever. Do you have a business card? Sure. Here's my business card. I can give massages at this location, rent out of space, and you'd be shocked at how quickly you can build your clientele by doing that. So massage services, charge $20 for a 30-minute session, charge $30 for a 30-minute session, eventually start charging $60 maybe to $70 for an hour and a half session. It's a very easy way pretty much to build money and to build our clients. Next, get a professional certification, get a real estate license, get an engineering certificate, get your engineering PE license, get possibly your Series 7 financial services, get an insurance degree, something of those nature. Essentially, if you get your professional license, depending on what it is, you can literally be set for life. So for instance, as an engineer, if you get a professional engineering license, you can charge anywhere from $300 to $350 per hour for your services. If you are a real estate agent, and you do one really good deal or 2 really good deals, and you start basically flipping it, you can literally stack generational wealth very quickly. So that's another thing you can do. Next, let's say you're a bigger guy, you're a security guard. I myself have said that I box, I kickbox, and do jiu-jitsu, and I love Muay Thai and mixed martial arts. Let's say you're a bigger guy. Let's say you've been trained. Let's say you have a former military background, a former police background. Let's say you're very good. Let's say you've been trained. Let's say you're very good with weapons. I'm an NRA. I am an NRA. I am a certified NRA pistol instructor. So let's say you have license to carry. Let's say you have license to train people. If you can become a security guard, it's a very easy business to get into, something very easy to start. And on top of that, given the nature of what that kind of business entails, it's also not that challenging to start your own security detail company, particularly when you get your clients up. So that's another business you can start. Next, let's say you speak a foreign language. Let's say basically you can translate things. Let's say basically you speak a language that is in demand, that is very much in demand today. There are websites and businesses out here that specialize specifically in finding translators for what they need to translate. So that's something you can also kind of look into as well. Sales. I'm a firm believer that if you understand the law of sales, you will literally never be broke. When I was in high school, I sold Skittles, I sold Snickers, I sold Reese's Pieces, I sold Jolly Ranchers, I sold Blow Pops, I sold a series of things in regards to selling. And what I did was I bought them wholesale and I sold them retail. So I would buy 100 boxes of Blow Pops for $10 and I would sell that 100 boxes of Blow Pops for 25 cents. So I would sell each Blow Pop for 25 cents. I'll make a $15 profit. And from there, I just kept flipping. I did the same thing for other types of businesses as well, and for other types of candy as well. Next, let's say you're very talented as a tutor. Let's say you're very talented in math. Let's say you're very talented in teaching the SAT. Maybe you want to be a math tutor. I know people who are tutors. There are tutors in science, there are tutors in technology, there are tutors in engineering, and you can actually make a good amount of money. And let's say you want to take it back from college. Let's say you want to basically go the more high school route. You can tutor children in algebra. You can tutor children in chemistry. You can tutor children in arithmetic. So basically, being being a tutor in general, that's another business that you can start, and it works out pretty well. Next, boot camp businesses. When I was in Miami, I knew a young lady who basically charged $15 an hour per person, who would basically meet up at her Saturday and her Sunday boot camp classes. This young lady made so much money basically teaching $15 an hour classes. Yoga sessions and classes in the park to her clients, that she ended up walking away from her $100,000 a year job just by teaching Saturday and Sunday morning yoga in the park, personal training, and boot camp classes. And this works especially well if you're in cities like Miami, if you're in cities like Orlando, if you're in cities like Los Angeles, where the weather is nice, more or less 10 or 11 months a year. So group fitness classes, that's another way you can make money, and you can start that business for easily under $100. Next, entertainment. Let's say you're very good at painting. Let's say you're very good at basically doing, let's say you're very good at producing things. Let's say you're very good at origami. Let's say you're very good pretty much at face painting. Those are different businesses that you can start. Funny story about this, actually. If you ever say you're very good at dancing, I was actually dancing in a Latin club. I think it was in Philadelphia, and I had a guy watching me the entire night as I was dancing with this young lady, and I thought it was kind of strange. And eventually, at the end of the night, the guy said, "I'm going to be filming a movie. Would you like to be in it?" I was like, "Excuse me?" Basically, this guy had a scene in a movie, in a low budget movie that he was filming, and in this scene in the movie, he needed people basically to dance at a salsa scene inside the movie. And I actually was in the movie, pretty cool as an extra. So it's pretty dope, and it was actually kind of fun. So basically, people want to be entertained. So that's another thing you can do. If you're good at telling jokes, if you're good at magic, if you're good at whatever, these are different type of skills that you can do pretty much to stack your paper. And you can start this business for all under $100. So in closing, everybody, as I said earlier, in capitalism rewards people who start businesses and rewards people who have side hustles. So a very easy side hustle to do is to start a business for literally less than $100. And your businesses, whether it's you being a chef, whether it's you being a personal trainer, whether it's you being a masseuse, whether it's you basically doing some form of entertainment, whether it's you selling paint, whatever it is, there are a series of businesses that you can start, essentially, people, to stack your paper that are less than $100. And the good thing about these side businesses, a lot of times what I always tell people to do is find a hobby that you have and just start a business doing that. And then eventually get so good at it, you can just charge people for you to teach it to them. And that's what I've done. So whether you're providing a service, whether you're giving advice, whether you're selling a product, whether you're educating somebody or whatever, whether you're entertaining people, essentially, people, there are easy ways to start businesses in capitalism. And I think that generally everybody should start a business. I don't care, especially if you work in corporate America, okay? Especially if you work in corporate America. So with that, guys, I just want to give you some different things that you could do to start a business for under $100. Once again, it's your boy Chris. This channel, Financiation, is all about making money. It's all about saving money. It's all about building generational wealth. And it's all about financially emancipating yourself from generational poverty. Take it easy, everybody. It's your boy Chris. I'm out. Peace.